This is the form container. Alright, inside this all our form elements will be there. So container, and I'll be using some class here. So div class equals to page and active with an ID of form 1. Alright, so I have already used a bootstrap class, so I'm using another form class equals to form horizontal and autocomplete to be as off. Okay, now I'll be using another form group row, form group and row. This is a bootstrap class, so I'll be using an label class with control label, another class of column sm-3 with name. This is the label name. Now another thing is div class column -sm-6 is input type equals to text, name equals to name, id. Sorry guys, I'll not be using any id as I'm not doing any input form validation, so I'm just using class of form control. So that's it. As soon as I run this thing, let me first run this thing. Okay, you can just see here I'm using name as an attribute and a form control input type text. So let me copy this. I'll be using email, name to be as email. You can just see automatically refresh name and email. And last but not the least, I'll be using an button, right? So it will be a form group. Let me style this thing, text align to be center. Okay, it's working good. So input type equals to submit, class equals to button primary with button block. Guys, these all are bootstrap classes, so let me give some value to it. Okay, next give some style to it. So margin 0 of auto and width of 50%. Okay, now let me refresh this thing. You can just say a beautiful looking button is here. Now similarly I have to create rest of the forms, that is second, third and fourth. So guys, just give me some time, I'll be completing the form. I'll be just removing the active part and form 2 with, let's see, I need to change the parameters, maybe occupation, and another is address. Okay, this is form 2. Now let me copy another thing, part for form 3. Alright, now let's say maybe some skills, city in which somebody reside, and this will be the last part, that is the form 4th, right? This will be the form 4th part, and let me check here. Okay, let me give you the name of the state and contact. right? At the end of this thing, instead of next, I'll be using submit. This is the submit. Okay guys, almost we are at the end of this front end. This is only the front end part of this project. Now our main intention is that as soon as I click next, it will be coming to the next part of this form. So let us first create an on click event handler. Alright, so get active slide. Now we need to think about how can we make this button. If I'll click this next button, how can we make the entire content shifted to the next form, or we can display the form to contents. So an easiest and safe way is that we'll be taking the attribute or ID from where we are shifting the things, such as from form 1 I'm shifting to form 2. So on click, this is the main thing, form 1 to form 2, and step 1, remember guys, I've already shown you above in the progress bar, step 1, step 2, step 3 and step 4. So I have to move from step 1 to step 2. Alright, now we'll be attaching a event listener. Now let us first copy this entire thing and move to app.js. We'll be just using this function. Okay, now this is the form 1. So this is form 1, this is form 2, this is step 1, this is step 2. Okay, now event dot prevent default. Okay, now let's see what can be done. I've already taken the form 1 and form 2 as parameters. So my main intention would be to remove this active class form 1 and assign that particular active class to form 2, so that when I click on that particular button, only one form should be visible. So let's see how can this be done. I'm creating an variable known as let previous form to be document dot get element by id form 1. Form 1 is our previous form. Now let next form equals to document dot get element by id form of 2. Alright, now our main intention was to remove the active class from the previous form and assign that active class to the next form. So change the status of the form. Alright, so prev form dot class list dot remove active and next form dot class list dot add active. Right, it's a simple logic. From previous form we are removing that active class, and next form we are adding that active class. So writing this much of a code, let's see what change you can see here. So just look here, it's name and email. As soon as I click next, it will show me occupation and address. It moves to the next form. So let me come here and just copy this entire thing for rest of the forms. So let me go here. So it is form 2, form 3, and it should be step 2 to 3. Okay, now let me do the same thing here. It should be form 3 to form 4 and step 3 to step 4, correct? Now this is the end of the form, so we want that to be form 4 and we don't want that particular steps to reiterate back to step 1, so step 4 to step 4. Now doing just this much, as soon as you hit next, you can just see all the things has been changed, right? It's looking better. Now I want to show some animation as soon as I click on that particular form, just to let the user know whether that particular form has been successfully completed or not. So you can already see here step 1 and step 2 is written. So change the checked status of the progress bar. Alright, now let first step, this is a variable document dot get element by id, right? I'll be using step 1. Now let me go, like this is a symbolic name, document dot next step, I'm going to step 2. Alright, now as you can see, let me show you the front end code. You can just see steps is here, but I have to add an active class. So with the help of this, what I can do is first step dot classless dot remove active, right? This is the thing, but as soon as I remove that active, it is natural way, like we have done in the form, we have to assign that active to next step, but we also have to tell the progress bar that the first form has already been completed successfully. So for this thing, we'll be using another class known as checked. As soon as the progress bar sees this particular thing checked, it shows an animation, and it is done in CSS. I'll give you the CSS code, but as soon as it shows the check, it means that the form has been completed successfully. And next step dot class list dot add active, right? This is the simple logic, means I'm removing that active and adding that active. So as soon as I click next, you can just see an animation is there and the line stretches towards the next form. Just see skills and city. Alright, now this is the main part of this project. So guys, before only I told you that I'm not showing the form validation, it's just a small multi-step form animation. So if you like my video, please like and subscribe, and please let me know if anything more can be done about this project.